Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Irene and today I'm just going to show you how I plan my week. And this is a very unscripted video. I'm just literally going to plan my week and you're going to watch me do it. I'm going to try and explain how I do it as well to help you in case that you want to start using my method of planning my week. But again, everything is different for each person. So you can watch and see if it works for you, or even just use it as a bit of a motivation to get up from bed. Because if you're watching this from bed, this is your sign. In order to start, the way that I plan my week, and I've explained it in a different video before, is that I have my Google Calendar to plan how I'm going to manage my time. And then I also have my agenda where I plan my to-dos. So the first thing that you need to do is plan your main priority. And I explained in a video before that these are your must-dos, I guess, or must be at this place. In that case, this is my university for me. So the first thing I'm gonna look at is that. So as you can tell, my calendar is already pretty filled up, even if I haven't touched it yet. And you can see that it's the same for the future as well. There's a lot of already things that are planned out or that are already in my calendar. This is because, well, a bunch of reasons, but the first one is because I have a lot of recurring meetings or I have it synced with other calendars. I'm gonna go into that as well. The second one is because usually as things come up, I put it directly into my calendar in the case that I need to do things. So as you can see, for example, on the 5th of February, I have 2 things down that I need to be somewhere. So one is going to the dentist because I have a caries and I need to fix that. And the other one is going for lunch with my friend. Going for lunch with my friend, I need to fix that. I'm actually gonna delete it right now because COVID restrictions don't let us. Whenever things come up, put it as soon as you know. This way you don't forget in the future. In my case, I have Google Calendar on my phone. So I write down everything that comes up on there and it directly syncs with my computer. So I really recommend Google Calendar for that. In the case that you use Notion or whatever you use, there's usually a lot of apps that connect to a website so that it syncs properly all the time. I like to plan out my week on my computer just because it's bigger. I really prefer always using a computer over apps. Each person prefers something different. And the third one is because I put myself reminders as well, recurring, in the case that I need to do something every month or whatever so that I don't forget to do it. So let's go over the first one. I put a lot of recurring meetings, and as you can see from my calendar here, I have quite a few of them. The recurring meetings that I've put are walk my dog, and then I also have a recurring meetings of the foods that I need to cook, which are in purple. And the reason why those are recurring meetings is because I know that it's gonna repeat every week, and it's just a schedule that I figured out with my brother that works for the both of us. I currently live with my brother. And before we used to plan out every week's meal plan, and we would switch things up a bit, but now because we're both very busy, we just decided that we're gonna use the same one each week and repeat. And then on the weekends, as you can see, it's like as if we're not gonna eat at all. But we put it this way because on the weekends, that's when we want to spice things up a bit, try out new foods if we want to try out or eat something that we haven't eaten in a long time. So during the week when we are most busy, we just repeat things every week. And then I also have recurring meetings of basketball training. So those happens on Monday and Wednesdays, pretty straightforward. I just created a recurring meeting on Google Calendar. You can just go to create. Right now, it just directly put on somewhere, but you can place the name of the event. And then when you click on the time over here, you can make it, it's in Spanish, okay, but basically over here in the drop-down menu over here, you can actually personalize however you want, how many times it's gonna occur and blah, 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 all of that. So the second thing that is recurring, in this case it's not recurring, it's just synced to another calendar, are those yellow blocks over there. And those come from my university's campus online page, which is called Blackboard. And it has the option to sync with Google Calendar. So I have it synced that way. So whenever a class changes schedule or time, because a professor sometimes cancels it, it actually disappears from my calendar or it moves somewhere. I really like to have it synced because I don't have to personally go and switch things up. So I really like to have it that way. And especially because as well, I don't have to go writing down when I have each class. In the case that you do not have this option of syncing calendars, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you still put it on your Google Calendar as well, so you have a very visual of I need to be in this place at this time. So I think that covers a bit of my recurring meetings, and then the ones that I have already planned out as well, which are reminders, which are in my calendar over here called reminders. Those are just things that I put because I don't want to forget. So for example, today I have 2 reminders, it's film spending and then pick garage. So that covers a bit of all my recurring meetings, and then the other things that I've shown you are just meetings that they've told me in the past, like, hey, this day, let's meet, or you're gonna have this meeting. So I've just written down on my calendar. Then the last thing that you can see on here that I still haven't even put myself are the 2 blocks in orange, which are part of my flexible working time calendar. And this one I explained as well in my other video, but basically I just assign a meeting with myself to work on something particular, which is in my to-do list. Right now, for example, is film plan with me. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then the other one is from 3 to 6. And I set this, I think 2 days ago or something, because I know that I have a group project due later on in the week and we set this deadline for ourselves. So I know that I need to work on that. However, I'm actually gonna switch it because they told me that it takes a lot longer than just 3 hours. So here comes the plan with me part, okay? We're down to business now. That was a super long introduction of the things that were already planned, but I think it's super important for me to go over because I think that's something that's essential for someone when planning their week, to have things already synced in. 1, you save a lot of work. 2, it's just a lot easier to keep track of things. And 3, that's it. Okay, so the first step, as I explained before, the first thing that we need to do is look at my main priority, which in this case is me finishing my bachelor degree. So let's look at the yellow ones. As I explained before, it's already synced in, very easy to do. However, I'm gonna actually go to my university's campus page, because in my university campus page over here, I can see not only when I have classes, I don't really care about that because it's directly synced to my Google Calendar, but especially what is due. So usually I'm very good at writing things down as soon as a professor says this is due on this day. So I write it down directly on my agenda. But however, I still like to look at it in the week because sometimes even though an assignment might be due, we might need to do a reading for a specific class. And those things the professors don't usually warn you. They don't say like, hey, you have to do this reading for next class. So I'm gonna look at that right now, see what readings I need to do. In the case that I do need to do a reading, since it is a to-do, it doesn't have a specific time assigned to it, I'm just directly gonna write it down into my agenda. Okay, so I've written everything down on my agenda. Now I'm gonna go class by class, just making sure that I have all the deadlines set. Oh my God, my thesis, I'm graduating soon. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, so my university is set, but I'm probably gonna dedicate more time towards the final project, and at least I have that in mind, but I don't wanna set that much more time for it. Then my next priority, I mean, I have a lot of priorities actually, but my YouTube videos usually go out on Thursdays. I'm sorry, this video might not be so interesting for many of you, but if you made it this far, then all good. Okay, so for Thursday, I'm gonna upload this video, but I need to edit it. So I'm gonna edit it on Wednesday. That's assigned 3 hours to edit it. Again, flexible working time so that I can move it in case something comes up. I know that I have a lot of free spaces right now, which for some people might seem crazy that I say that it's a lot of free spaces, but a lot of things, and trust me, a lot of things come up during the week itself. So that's why I have them in orange, so I can move things around, change the times, all of that. Let me see the things that I know that I need to do on my personal life, I guess. So I can't see my friends because we're not allowed to go to restaurants, but I do want to play paddle. So I'm actually gonna text my friends. So that's how I feel my week, and that's it. That's how my week is planned. The thing is that a lot of things are gonna come up during the week, or meetings or group works or whatever. The way that I do it is that once a meeting comes up, again, because it's orange, I move things around, blah, 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 put them all in my Google Calendar. But that is day to day, and I cannot plan ahead of that. Then what I do is, once my week is planned, every morning of each day, I wake up and I write my to-do list. And then what I do for each, so that's how I plan my week, and that is all set. Now, what happens is that every day I go to my Google Calendar and I write down my to-do list for the day on my agenda. Let me think of other things that I need to do. And there's a lot of things that were already written down beforehand, but it's not everything that I need to do in a day. So what I do is I go to my Google Calendar, I see the things that I have set myself time to do. Then I will look at my personal life and I would see, okay, what I need to do today. Do I need to do my laundry? Do I need to cook? Do I need to, I don't know, whatever. Okay, and that is it for my plan with me. And this video was all over the place, and I'm sorry for that. But I really wanted to show you how I actually plan my week. And the way I plan my week is very hectic, but it all comes in pieces. It all ties in together each day when I write down my to-do list for the day. Hello everyone, this is me in the future editing it. I forgot to end this video because my brother had just finished his exam and he actually came into the video and everything, and I asked him how it went, blah, 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 whatever. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.